Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to support this motion, and I really want to thank Honorable Mwenje for the effort bringing up this matter. Mr. Speaker, while we are here discussing the existing squatters and why we need to regularize the land that they are currently occupying, our inaction, or rather mismanagement, of land in this country continues to create more and more squatters. And if we are not able to address this matter conclusively, we will have a situation where across the country, every piece of land we will have squatters occupying. And this problem can only get bigger and more complex. Mr. Speaker, I'm saying this because of the area that I come from, that is Isiolo County. 80% of the land is considered community land. While we require registration to happen because the law is in place and it is clear how community land needs to be registered, we've continued to experience laxity and inaction from the institutions that are mandated to actually undertake this registration. Mr. Speaker, what we are seeing currently is the fragmentation of rangeland, a land that is supposed to support, free ranging when it comes to pastoralism, is now being fragmented for different use. Different competing use that undermines pastoralism, where we have conservancies coming up, taking up a big chunk of land, where we have big projects like Lapset and the roads, the Horn of Africa Road, taking up big chunks of land, individuals carving off big chunk of land and trying to register as a private land, all these actually disorienting how pastoralists undertake pastoralism in this community land because of the fragmentation that keeps on, destroying the movement and the access to key natural resources that they've always been using. And Mr. Speaker, as these projects, for example, like the Lapset and the roads, the Horn of Africa roads happens, we are disadvantaged when it comes to compensation because every time community members come up for compensation, they are being told this is undeveloped land. There's a reason why we leave our lands undeveloped. It's for purposes of, practicing pastoralism. So in essence, they are telling us, since it is community land and it is undeveloped, then there's no reason for compensation. And for the few who have got, properties developed on this land, they are told because they don't have registration certificate, they can't be compensated. The only thing they can compensate is the properties on those land. So, Mr. Speaker, as we consider regularizing land across this country, for purposes of, protecting the squatters, let's also, the institution mandated, take keen interest on ensuring that community lands are registered and secured, because unless the registration happens, there's no security that we can actually be talking about of community land. So I stand to support this motion, and thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me time.